in America and worked out of Madison Avenue for 5 years. In those 5 years, I watched this brilliant program called The US Apprentice with this great guy who had this swathe of bright red hair. And I thought, oh, he's the guy for me. I love him. And so when I went back to the UK, I applied to be on the British version of the show, The British Apprentice. Now, The British Apprentice is nothing like The American Apprentice. There is no Donald Trump. There is no fabulous job offering at the end. In fact, I'd argue there isn't really a job. It's a very different kind of program, and the candidates are mostly idiots. So I thought I would come out like somewhere in the middle, you know, looking like the kind of reasonable girl that people thought, oh, she's kind of, you know, she's all right. But in fact, I got to the end of the process and myself that I was about to be offered, you know, I was offered my place in the final for a job that I didn't really want. And so I was the one that then fired the boss. So I became known because I was the candidate that fired the boss, the first apprentice candidate to fire the boss. And that's how I became known. But in terms of the process, you know, back then it was 12 weeks of living in a house with people you dislike that you're competing with. You have no freedom whatsoever. You are chaperoned at all times. They take your phone, your money. You don't own anything or have anything. You become very much a product of the TV show. And so there's a whole other level to filming an Apprentice series that goes well beyond doing tasks and is more about the need of a show to create the illusion of a business-based, you know, reality drama. Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, being a product of the show, that must have been an interesting experience. After
yeah, absolutely. And I was naive back then. You know, I was naive, and I honestly thought it was a sort of competition for a job. But that actually turned out not to be the case. You know, it turned out to be much more the case that you're a product of a show. And that's the most important thing to them. It just so happened that I was a useful product for them.
We will make America great again.